Hello, good evening. Welcome to day 22 of my 30-day death challenge in Valorant. Every day I play a match, I die a whole bunch of times, slow it down, try and figure out what I can do better. Alright, so here I'm playing with actually just a single friend. The Brimstone on my team is a friend. Relatively new to this map. I am playing Sage, so very familiar with this agent. But well, let's just see what happens here. So we're pushing into A site and get around the corner here. Their jet pops out, get off a few shots, and to me this is kind of a classic, well, should have gotten some headshots. Wish I had gotten some headshots. I'm aiming a little low. He crouches, which actually helps me out, but still don't get a headshot. I do land 3 solid shots, but he's got a ghost and lands 4. So, I mean, it was almost a pretty clear duel won by him. Nothing to complain about there, other than my own poor aim. So that's it. Alright, that was death number 1. Here comes death number 2. So here we pop out, a whole bunch of us has SMGs, and because of that, you know, we peek together as a team, and we take out 2, that goes well. I hop down here a bit too boldly, perhaps, trying to get that spike. You know, when I see spike down, I think I'm maybe a little too aggressive in like trying to pick up that spike straight away, and need to be a little bit more chill. And you could also see I got taken out there while trying to get to the spike by a Vandal. Now I want to pause here a sec. This is only round number 2. How did he have a Vandal? So you can look at the economy. This was their top player, Napkin. He, at the beginning of this round, had 3,500. So he didn't do a full buy. He must have bought either no armor or half armor and the Vandal. So he couldn't have afforded both. And so that's an interesting play. That's something I don't really think to do often. The Vandal's incredibly powerful because the damage doesn't decrease over distance. So it's great for holding those long shots like that. There's no way I would have gotten him with an SMG. So good play on his part, something to learn there. Okay, here we go. This is death number 3. Pushing into site. Okay, so here, I'm going around the corner. Again, this is a site that's relatively new to me. I pause it here for a second. This is actually as far as I will check the right-hand corner here. That little peek is all I do to check that that's clear. It's not clear, and I get taken out from behind. Now, on that peak, I saw the boxes, and I can't climb those boxes as a regular agent. But the Rays, the jet can, and it was a jet that took me out. So in a second here, I'll show you where I think he was. Yeah, on top of these boxes. And so this is kind of like exiting the garage in Split. It's just a place that's going to be important to check, and I was not familiar enough with it to really double check that corner. So, a little good bit of learning there. And we lost that one again. This was a little bit of a rocky match. I don't want to spoil how it ends, but there were highs and lows. Let's just say that. All right, here we go. This is death number 4, and I think this one might be a pretty classic aim battle that we're going to be looking at, or an interesting spray pattern, perhaps. But anyways, here we go. We're pushing on to A again. And yeah, I'd love to think more about the meta in terms of choosing which site when. I mean, you can overthink it for sure, but I think we pushed A a little too hard at the beginning of this match. So we get behind this Viper wall. Definitely gives a false sense of security. I don't like being in her stink cloud because it hurts her armor. So I pop out of that, and I'm surprised here. So I just start spraying. And I'm pretty proud of how well I control the vertical spray here. So let's watch this real slow, frame by frame. I'm surprised. I was trying to get to a corner. I overcompensate in my initial aim. I do start pre-firing early, which sometimes I feel like that's good, sometimes it's bad. But then here, I'm keeping my crosshair low and centered. And if you look at the vertical height, I'm just barely missing her head left and right. I think there were 3 shots that were just barely to her left and right, despite my crosshair being centered. And yeah, essentially it's like I just gotta spray less. And when I have time to prepare for a corner and set up, I'm good about tapping. But when I get surprised like this, I think I still am too reactionary and will just spray. So something to work on. Also kind of just unlucky. I think a lot of good shots there that were very nearly headshots. Nothing landed. So It's just that's the way the dominoes tumble sometimes. You see me trying to learn those callouts a little better. Caps lock shows that map screen where you can look at callouts, which is kind of cool. What else did I find out? Oh yeah, one of my teammates announced last time after looking at my video, the little boxes at the top of the team composition. Yellow means you have an ult, green means you're about to use an ult. So like right now, if you look at the red team here, you can see 3 yellow boxes. That means that they have their ult ready. Kind of cool little symbol that I didn't think about. Alright, here we go. This is another trying to control A, and great learning here. So I just unlocked Reyna, and what a great example this is. So she puts out her sight ability, and it completely takes away my far-sighted vision. Now, I kind of line up a shot there that I'm pretty happy with how close I assume I was, to making an operator kill there. I didn't get it. But I feel like this is almost a perfect example of their enemy Reyna using this sight ability. So she pops it out, and she also comes around the corner at the same time, right? And so it allows her to peek and be safe. You can address this 2 ways. You can either, if you shoot that eye-looking thing, it'll actually cancel her sight ability. It also only lasts 3 seconds. So when you see that, either shoot it or go back into cover and wait for it to go away. Initially, when I was playing Reyna, I thought that it was kind of more like a flash, like you would use it proactively on an enemy. But the more I've played it and the more I've thought about it, it's more like a tool to help you peek corners. And it's kind of cool. I actually like it quite a lot. I think I like it more than either Phoenix's or Breach's flashes. So yeah, it's kind of fun. It's like you always have a little partner to round corners with when you play as Reyna. If you don't have friends, you can have your little sight buddy hang out with you. Alright, well, you know, it happens. Another team loss. Got the spike down. Get some money for that. That's great. Alright. This is death number 6 already. On day 22. Alright, here, again, this is new map. Totally not expecting this. So, okay. 1, I'm too close to the wall as I'm rounding this corner, so I should have been playing a little bit further out. That's a mistake. And I really was only imagining this as a hallway, a narrow hallway. I didn't realize there was enough space here for someone to be hanging out and guarding it. So totally surprised. And yeah, I get off a single shot. Not enough to take her out, obviously. Also interesting, my teammate gets her. But I guess I only did 30 damage, which is not enough for an assist. It kind of makes me wonder how much do you have to do to get the assist. Maybe it's more than 50, or I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Maybe more than half of the damage. I guess that would make sense. Alright, well, on to death number 7. I did 7 videos plus the final round in this one. Trying to really enjoy myself and take as much time as I can afford on these videos. Okay, so yeah, here, one of the things learned is definitely the importance of controlling mid, and their Reyna again uses her ability like really nicely. So slow this down. I'm actually going to pause it for a second here. You can see I'm pretty happy of where my crosshairs lined up here. So it's right where she's about to peek out, but she also throws out her sight ability. So I have to address that, take it out, and then look where she pops out, right where my crosshair was. And she gets off a headshot and chest shot on me to take me down. Now there was an example where maybe I could have just ducked around the corner, waited 3 seconds, and her sight ability would have finished. But yeah, just another good way. Like, I think when you play against players like this who really know how to use character, there's a lot you can learn from it. So kind of cool. Also, I'm happy like I was able to take it out quickly, and I guess I should have popped back quicker to where my crosshair was previously. But kind of cool. I'm really enjoying Reyna. Playing as Reyna is fun. Playing against her is also fun. I feel like it's just like a kind of a cool character. All right, this is oh, this is still Death 7, right? This is following our raise. So the last 2 players here are our top fraggers, I believe. So we're kind of hoping they'll pull through for us. yeah, it's actually evened up, so we started this game at a bit of a detriment, but towards the end here it starts to even up. Gets off a nice narrow peek there, nice kill there. I like to see that. Interesting satchel jump, and yeah, I mean there's 2 in there. Maybe a little brash jumping in like that, but you know, well, what are you gonna do? It's 1v3. I like the gumption. All right, so this is it. This is the final round for day 22. One of the things, another little learning thing. So in the previous round, which I didn't show because it was just a solid win and I played too well, so it's boring. I think I probably got an ace or something. Anyways, in the last round, I won and I picked up an enemy gun. But then when you go into sudden death, they actually remove all your weapons and everyone gets 5,000 currency. So I think that's kind of something interesting to take note of, is like, yeah, if it's a match point and you are able to get it into sudden overtime, sudden death, you're going to be starting with $5,000. So, you know, plan accordingly. Don't worry about picking up guns or whatever in your last round. Alright, so we're trying to get onto B site here. Trying to play it relatively cool. Usually I feel like sudden death, you're feeling a little bit tense, or just like it's kind of high stakes. So it's easy to get flustered, but you know, just take your time and relax. I don't think she saw me. I don't know. Able to get off? Oh, I wasn't able to get off that kill. I thought I did. Oh well. One of my teammates does. Alright, and then it's just a 1v1. Our top fragger versus their top fragger. Just rounds the corner here, and one little pop. There it is. Woo! Feels good. I mean, I guess I wasn't alive for that victory, and I actually didn't play that great that final round, so yeah, you know, maybe it doesn't feel that great. But thanks for watching. See you back here tomorrow for day 23.